Hi, I'm Grandma Judy. I'm 78 years old. I want to tell you my secret of surviving out of moving out of my home for over 20 years on my homestead after my husband passed away. There was so much stuff. Boxes, sheds, closets. Overwhelming. So, I thought I could do it myself. Well, the truth was I couldn't. I would get overwhelmed and do nothing. Or I would spend hours going through little pieces of paper trying to figure out what everything was and what to do with it. Again, nothing got done. So I called my adult children up and I said, look, if there's anything in this house you're going to want, because I'm selling, you need to come get it. And they did. And they took things like the big dining room table, seating for 12, that sort of thing. The buffet, big pieces that they had lived with all their lives and wanted in their homes, and that was perfect. Pictures off the walls that, again, they had been lived with all their lives, and it was important to them, so that was perfect. That left me with 2 sheds, a barn, and a house full of stuff. So, I called a friend up who is one of these minimalized people, just has to have everything minimalized. And a couple of my daughters came, and I left. Now, I had set aside the things I wanted, which wasn't much, because my daughter has a fully furnished house. So, I took a chair and a couple of end tables and things like that. And I'd packed all my knickknacks that I wanted, which are still packed, by the way. I don't know why I brought them. And I left. And they came in with 3 pickup trucks and just started loading stuff. 1 for the Goodwill, 1 and 2 for the dump. And the dump trucks went out twice. And the Goodwill truck was back to the gunnels. Well, that made my life so much easier. I walked back in that house. I was gone for 2 days. I walked back in that house, and my favorite chair was there. A chair for friends to come and sit in was there. A couple of tables with lamps were there. Most of the dishes and stuff, like the kids had taken all the crystal, but I must have had 5 sets of dishes. Well, what was left in the cupboard was service for 4. And the silverware drawer, service for 4. A few knives. Went through the pots and pans and stuff. The majority of that went to Goodwill. They kept my cast irons for me because I do like my cast irons. And a couple of big pots that I like for spaghetti or something like that. You know what? I don't need big pots for spaghetti, for one. I don't. But anyway, they really minimalized everything down. And I had a big pantry. Wow. So most of that went to the food bank. They went through and checked. Anything expired got thrown away, and everything else just went to the food bank. So now my life is much easier. I walked in, all of the stuff was taken care of. There was nothing left to argue about because it was gone. And it was such a relief. And if I hadn't had my kids to do it for me, I would have used an estate sale, because they have people that do that too. You have to be a little bit more clean up with, like if all your tax papers need to be cleaned up and put away and organized so that you have those. Things like that, important papers, which probably shouldn't be laying around in a cardboard box anyway. And they were. So, please, make your life easier, because having fun is, to me, what my life's left for. I'm having a really good time. I have friends, I go on vacations, I've got my shed, I've got my crafts, and my daughter and I go to the gym every day. I know. I didn't really want to, but she talked me into it, and it's really been fun. It's really great. And I'm getting more muscles, and I can get up and down off the floor much easier than I could before. So please remember, don't try to do it yourself. Get some help. An estate sale company will do it for you. Your family might help you with it. But don't try to do it all yourself. If you're like me, you'll just be overwhelmed. It was horrible. And now I'm having fun. So this is Grandma Judy saying, don't do it yourself. Get some help. Bye-bye from Grandma Judy. Oh, would you please like and subscribe? I always have to look. I'm not real good with this computer stuff. Bye-bye.